Perfect. 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 Perfect.
3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm in the charts all day. My goal is to make you money. I provide the information required to know exactly when to enter. I don't give this blanket statement, buy the breakout, buy the retest. Join me every single day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to understand the who, what, where, when, and especially the why when it comes to trading. This is why the coin's dumping. Every 7 days, it's releasing tokens. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is your time, it is always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. My name is Joe. This is Trade Intuition, where we show you how to successfully trade, even in the ugly markets. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes it doesn't look great, and we got to exit early, which we happen to do that on one of our trades. It wasn't looking right, so we exited our trade. Anyway, here we go, guys. Once again, we do this every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is 1 free hour of mentorship. You can ask questions. You can ask about indicators. You can ask about different strategies. Ask about different coins. So definitely let me know, and we'll get straight to it. First, we always go over Bitcoin, and then sometimes we do the bubbles before the Bitcoin. We can see that it's not looking good. This is on the daily. Earlier today, this morning, say around 8, 9 in the morning, Eastern time, all these were green, not one red. Now that it's 3 p.m., time has, more data has been provided to us, and now, man, -6, -11, negative almost 5, -6, and not looking too good. How does it look on the hour? This is on the daily. So how does it look on the hour? On the hour, not great, not great. So let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin and see what we see. Let's look at Bitcoin and see what we see. Now, if my audio ever goes out or something, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Bring this over. Oh, those are my notes. These are my SEO notes. SEO notes. All right. Let's go ahead and take this off. Let's put this to regular so that everybody can kind of see and not be too confused, because it does look a little different. All right, there we go. Now, this was the thought process earlier. Now, one thing that I do want to see is I like seeing to just make sure that everything is good. All right. So let's bring this over. Okay. All right, here we go. So for Bitcoin, we did this. I'm not sure. I do so many videos for the group and for the thought process videos for the group, and then of course we also do stuff here on YouTube. But I think this one was for the group. I think I made a video for the group and not on YouTube. But when the price was here, I said, man, it doesn't look good. I mean, yes, it is breaking above our levels, and yes, it's starting, doing higher lows, higher highs. Just something that is not, doesn't look strong, because, and the way, what I mean by that is, hey, there's a bird. Oh, that's a wasp. So there was a high, and then it came down, created a lower high, not looking strong, came down, bounced off of this, came up, broke this level, great, broke this level, okay, started going sideways, not strong, then came down, came up, broke this level again, barely though, sideways, broke the level again, kind of down, sideways, broke this level again, but do you notice the levels being broken? It's just barely. And then it goes sideways and then down, and then breaks the level again, sideways and down. So when I saw this right here and I started coming down, I was like, man, I don't think it's going to bounce. I don't think it's going to bounce. Nobody knows for sure what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to come down, maybe to this area right on here, then bounce or come up, get rejected, and come down. And of course, at this time, we did enter a short, and then sure enough, Bitcoin starts going up. But it didn't go crazy. It just barely. Then, of course, we already went through all this. And then now it's starting to come down. Once it broke this level, started to come down, broke this level, started to come down, trying to get a bounce here. But this, what I saw, is pretty much what's happening right here. And I'm pretty sure, it's going to come up, get rejected, and then come down. So we'll do a white, just so we can have our updated. Oh, and you might think, Joe, why is your arm all crazy? Because due to my issue with I have with my monitor, I'm actually using my left monitor as my main monitor instead of my front monitor as my main monitor. So because of that, my arm position on the desk is like this. So they're like, Joe, fix your arm. Well, I can't because here's my mouse. All right, let's see here. So I'm thinking possibly do this. And let's change this one to, I will change it to white, just so we know it's a different day that we're doing this. Okay, so that's my thought process on this. Let's go ahead and go through the chats. A lot of chat. So let's go and put this up here. Let's see here. Smash the likes. Yes, guys, please definitely smash the likes. It does help tremendously. I do appreciate that greatly. Put that like button in a headlock and give it a noogie. Yes, definitely, guys. Let's see here. Crypto Guy says, what's cracking? What's cracking? Crypto fam. Come on, Bull Run. Let's get to it. Let's go, man. Enough of this flipping and flopping. Yes. Yes. Very good. Let's see here. Smack the likes. Definitely, guys. Definitely. See, Sam says, but can we share it too? See, smash the likes. Dave, see, epic intro. Oh, cool, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. My team and I went pretty hard on that intro. It was a lot of work. So thank you. Appreciate that very well. Thank you so much. Okay. See, doing good. I'm running that fiat. All right. See, Dynamite says, what's your room? Don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Let's put this back over here. And let's clear this up. All right, guys. So for Bitcoin, this is what I'm looking at. If you're wanting more information on Bitcoin, this right here is our resistance zone, support zone, our liquidity zone, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same. Support zone, liquidity zone, it's all the same. It's this zone right here. Then this yellow line is kind of like the middle of this zone area. Then this is our top. So these are, some of the bigger plays. If this play doesn't play out. So you can never say, oh, there's only one thing that we're going to do. And then of course, if it doesn't happen, then now you have to change your plan. Here, there's several different options because nobody knows what's going to happen. If it finds support and continues going up, okay, well, then more than likely, it's going to either bounce off of this rejection or break above and bounce above. So that's my thought process on this. Let's see here. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, issues. Let me see. I need to talk about something. So here's my issue. I have nothing planned. All I have is Bitcoin. The rest of the show is for y'all. For questions, coins. So I think it was yesterday where there was nothing. It's like, okay, bye. See ya tomorrow. I think it was like a 30-minute show. I guess we can talk about our failed trade yesterday. So this was a trade that we did post in the group. This was, we entered, I think, somewhere like here, probably. Entered somewhere here. And of course, it started off great. 4x leverage, started out great. And then it found support here, started coming up. And right away, it's like, oh man, we're going to get stopped out. Our stop loss was up here. It's like, oh man, we're going to get stopped out. And sure enough, we found resistance. Good Lord. And then came down, then came up again. And when this happened, for sure, and I let the people know too, I said, man, I don't think it's going to do good. Like, we're going to get stopped out. Because now we just created a higher high and a higher low. And this low is much higher. Like, it was not like a low here. It came up. So I'm watching it. Because if we do get stopped out, we're going to flip and then go long. Because this is going to move pretty well if we get stopped out. And then it comes down, it comes up. Not looking good. Not looking good. Broke through this. Okay, gave us some hope. Bounced here. Of course, this line was not here. Then came up, creating a lower high. So now we're getting some kind of hope that's okay. Now it's ready. Comes down once again, just like over here, created a higher high. Create a higher high. Came up. So this is not looking good for us. Then we do a lower high. Now it's looking great. It's like being with your old ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, the one who's crazy. But that scenario only applies to females, because guys don't get crazy. Sometimes they do. You're right. No. So here we go. But the females drive them crazy. We're like that. Put the blame on the females. Now play. So then we have a lower high. And then now it's looking great. Again, it's looking good for us. Then it comes down, and then now it starts doing this number. So, and now I'm looking at it again. I was like, wait a minute. This, and I have it over here. Where is it? This pattern, let's go ahead and cut this. No, just copy it. Let's go back to I think it was the 5-minute that I saw this on. This pattern is an ascending triangle. Y'all see that? Where we have a flat top and the lows are getting higher, higher, low, higher, low. So what this is doing, this is showing strength. And that's what I'm all about. I'm not about patterns, but I see the strength of the move. I see that, the price action is not coming all the way down here again. It's not coming all the way down here. It's getting higher and higher. It's showing momentum. It's showing strength. So we did this. Then we have this bounce. Then we have this bounce. Then we had this bounce. And the price action now was right around this area. And I posted in the group. I said, all right, guys, let's close our trade. Let's just take the loss. Let's close the trade. This is a bullish pattern if you trade patterns. If you just trade momentum and strength of the move, then, and I see your comments, guys. I'm going to get to you in just a second. But if you trade off of like price action, everything else, you see that these are higher lows. It's gaining strength. And now the price action was right here. I said, close it. Close the trade, guys. Close the trades. And we lost. Oh, I deleted it. It was less than 1%. But because we were 4x leverage, we'll just call it 4%. And I said, no. Let's just exit the trade. Could it, because more than likely we have a very, very high possibility that it's going to bounce or even find support right here where it was at and then go up. So now instead of being negative 4% due to our Forex leverage, now we're negative 12, negative 20 or whatever it was going to be. So I was reducing our risk. As soon as I close the trade, 5 minutes, boom. This is a 5 minute candles, 5 minute charts. As soon as I post it, boom, breaks down. Next 5 minutes, boom, breaks down some more. Next 5 minutes, breaks down some more. And then I even posted it in the group. I said, guys, right now, you know, the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda syndrome is real. Yes, I said woulda twice. The woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda syndrome. Man, I would have made money if I would have stayed in the trade. Man, I could have been in profit if I would have just stuck to my guns. Man, I should have just stayed in it. You know, the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, syndrome. However, nobody knows what's going to happen. The only reason you have the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda syndrome is because, well, now you have more data. Now you see what happened versus, let's just say, it went up and it got our stop loss. Would you have the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda syndrome? No. You would have the, man, that was close, I got lucky syndrome. You'd be thankful for exiting here versus the emotional side of trading, because now it actually went the way you thought it was going to go and you would have made money. You only have the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda syndrome when the price action, or rather when you would have made money. So you only have the woulda, good Lord, I cannot talk. So you only have the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda syndrome when you miss out on money. You never have that syndrome when I'm trying to put my words together, guys. Good Lord. When you made the right choice. All right, there we go. Hopefully I can clip that for my shorts. I was trying to word it for my shorts. It's like, I'm wording it wrong. Anyway, hopefully I can word that. All right. So sure enough, what happens? It comes down, then it comes up, and then it comes down again, and it comes up, breaks this level. Nice for a long, but did we take it? No, of course not. Because the market at this time, it's kind of, just no real good decision. Now it came up, came down again, came up, came down again. Now it's changing the trend. Now it's starting to go down. And I was thinking about entering a short again on this one, but I'm just going to wait. I don't want to revenge trade. That's a big thing. I don't want to revenge trade. So I'm just going to wait. I'm wait, see what happens. But for me personally, I mean, I do like this one. So I'm actually going to set an alert. I'm going to set an alert right here. So short question mark. And I'm sure it's going to go off in this program. All right, moving on. And I need to move this. There we go. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. See, Sam says the Caspa hash rate keeps going up. Is that important? Maybe normal. Well, right now, Caspa is, a lot of people are talking about Caspa, like a lot. So due to that, you're going to have more transactions, higher, just everything. And people were talking about the miners, the hash rates and everything else too, that I think they're still on special. Now, for me personally, I won't do miners again. It's a waste of money, in my opinion. Let's say you buy a Caspa miner for $1,000. And, okay, so let's picture this. You buy a Caspa miner for $1,000. And You get it, you know, it ships. You by the time you get it, it's like 4 weeks. You get it, you plug it in, you do the configurations, put your wallet address, the whole nine. You know, it's not too difficult. Then you run it. So you're paying on electricity. Let's just say, I forget what it is. I forget, man. I don't know if 20 cents a kilowatt hour is expensive or not. I forget. But let's just say you're paying 20 cents kilowatt hour. And so for the day, let's say that machine costs you, and these are just numbers I'm throwing out of the air. I haven't done mining in forever. Let's say it costs you $2 for electricity to use that machine. And, you know, right now, Caspa is doing good as far as the price goes. Let's say it earns you $1.50. So you're down 50 cents every day for maybe 2 months, 3 months. And then it goes to the coin, starts earning you $3. And you're using $2 of electricity. So in essence, you're winning by $1 per day or per coin or whatever it's going to be. Then as it goes, now you can start making money. However, you put $1,000 into this machine. Now, it may take you a year, maybe a little bit longer, to get back your money. Yeah, Turbo. Just to get back your money. We're not even talking about profits yet. We're just saying take back your money. Then let's say now Caspa is, you know, it did a 3x. It's doing great. You have all these tokens. You're doing great. Now, of course, you can buy. You can sell and have all this money, or you can just hold it or whatever. Versus having that $1,000, and not only that, but you also have to think about the wear and tear on your machine. The more years that go on, the less likely it's going to perform and give you as many coins, because now they're reducing the coin amount, they're reducing the rewards, they're reducing, it's getting harder to solve the blocks. Like there's so many different things that come into play. So eventually your machine does less and less and less, plus the wear and tear, and you may need to repair parts in a year, 2, or maybe 5, who knows? Versus taking that $1,000 and just buying the coin. Get the $1,000, you buy the coin, you stake it, or you just store it away. 16 months later, guess what? Because where you bought it at, more than likely it's going to be another X. So if you would have made a 3X by the time you cashed out, possibly it could be a 4X with just buying it now. So that's my opinion. Okay. Let's see here. Clay the Great says, dropping into special like. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Let's see here. We have Peter saying hi. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Dylan says, can we check Solana, please? Plus, when do you choose between USD and USDT? Oh, it's very easy. I only have USDT. So I only use USDT. Now, if I was on Coinbase, then it would be USD. And then I would be using that, but I don't. I just use this. Both of these are stable coins. So, like, one's not going to be better than the other. Give you a heads up, if that was the question. All right, so let's look at Solana. Sol USDT. A lot of people are talking trash about Solana, guys. I didn't even realize that. But a lot of people are talking trash. How they're buying their results, how they're buying their just everything, how they're paying influencers to talk about them, to like fake pump the coin. So it's pretty crazy. All right, so let's see what this one is. And see what this one is. Nope. See what this one is. Yes, I like it. Okay. So let's change this, that way it doesn't get too confusing. That's okay. And then that. Okay. So Solana, we did have a setup here. We said set an alert right here. Ooh, and we didn't make it. You see this alert, guys? We didn't make it. Let's go ahead and clear this off. Man, it's raining again. Alexa, show front door. So here our alert did not go off, but it would have gone off here. Then the 4-hour candle must close above this level, the white. Now, of course, it did. And guess what happened? It went up. Could it have come down? Yeah, of course. But it went up. And it hit our first target. So if you're watching this channel, I will show you, I would literally give you setups on how to make money and when to get into these trades. Like, you don't want to get in, you know, when it was shown to us. You want to wait for the price to hit our alerts. Then, of course, meet the requirements where the 4-hour candle must close. Let's see here. 1 second. Let me see if I can bring in my cats. 1 second. It's getting pretty rough out there, guys. They're gonna get blown away. All right, coming back. 1 second. There we go. All right. So I got one on my cat. Got one of my cats. The other one, little one, he's gonna probably rent a boat. And then, of course, we got target, and that's it. All right. So let's just look at this one fresh. Remove all things. EM says, is that Market Cipher I see, Joe? This one is the free version. It's Fu Manchu. Come over here. Fu Manchu. I'm starting to learn about this indicator. Always be learning. Always be learning. So Fu Manchu is right here. I don't know if I like it because it's another indicator that it could work and it could not work. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm actually studying it and I'm taking notes. I'm watching, you know, people who use Market Cipher, and I'm taking notes. But the one thing that I don't like, for example, on one of these things, Market Cipher is all I use. Works like magic. Dude, hit me up on Telegram. Hit me up on Telegram because I need to learn how to use this. So far, here's my link. Here's my stuff. Hit me up on Telegram. It's the very first link because I need to learn how to do this, guys. I really do. Okay, so let me show y'all something. There's a guy I watch, but I want his latest strategies. I want his latest program. You know, the current program that he has right now is like $350. I want to learn it, and of course, once I learn it, I teach y'all. But his next program is gonna be like, I'm probably like $500, maybe a little bit more. But I don't want his current program because things may change. And just like any trader, you evolve as a trader. You see what works and what doesn't work. So I don't want his old stuff to have to learn the new stuff when the new stuff comes out. So just kind of give you a heads up on that. One of the things that he says on one of his older videos is when you have, you know, the momentum wave, and then you have another momentum wave, and there's divergence, and then you have increased money flow, you don't want to enter, because expect another divergence. And actually, this happened right here. Expect another divergence before you enter the trade. So it's like, okay, cool. I wrote that down. I actually have like really good notes. And then 2 videos later, he says, when you have money flow increased and you have divergence, one divergence, then what you could do is you could enter the trade. I was like, wait a minute, maybe I wrote that down wrong. And I go and I look at my notes, like, no, he said, wait for another divergence. So sometimes they contradict each other just because you're learning more stuff. You're learning another entry. So I don't know. See. Play the Great says, all you have to do is watch the tutorial videos, brother. They have their own YouTube channel. Yeah, I know. EM has a YouTube channel? But yeah, so I want to know like the what works best. You know, of course I'm back testing and everything too. But to me it's like there's so many different ways of entering. It would be so much better if it was like, this is the way to enter. For example, the way I teach. Okay, so we're going to take my teaching. Once the 4-hour candle breaks above this level, you enter. How easy is that? How easy is that? 4-hour candle closes above this level. But Joe, what if there's bearish divergence? I don't care. I'm still going to enter, because the bearish divergence could bring it down to the support line and then come up. So, see here. Hey, Robbie, I'll get to that one in just a second. All right, so just give you a heads up. All right, so let's take off our moving averages. Yeah, but there's so many different entry ideas when it comes to this, and then you have to like put a whole bunch of stuff together. And so it's literally like having a combination of different ways to enter, which me personally, I don't like, because it's too many combinations. So let's see. Crypto guy on the internet works for Market Cypher. He has a lot of great videos as well. Yeah, and I'm doing a lot of videos. I'm watching a lot of videos. I'm taking a lot of notes, in addition to keeping the group up to date and looking at charts, and of course everything else that I do. All right, moving on. Joe, nobody cares about you. Okay. All right. So for SOL, what I enter right now? No. Why? It's under resistance. Okay. Next. So what I do? I would put an alert, just like how we did before, above one of the recent breaks, one of the recent highs, one of the recent pivots, which would be this. So I put my alert right here, change this to my alert sign, and I would wait for an entry. Once the price action does this, almost hits it, and then hits it. Once the price action does that, what I do is very simple. I wait. Well, by the time this hits, I'm going to have a few 4-hour candles that are already closed. And all you got to do is make sure that they're above this level. Now, what happens if the alert hits? Let's say right now the alert, and let's go and do this. Let's say it does this. And now our alert hits. All right. So we're looking at this. We're like, all right, so it broke above. It couldn't hold. It went below. It went above. It couldn't hold. It went below again. It went above. Now it held, which is great. Went above, and then it came down again. This isn't looking too hot. So more than likely what I would do is I would actually do like a zone. I would do some kind of zone. I'd find like a level here or something. Well, let's just say it's this right here. And so this would tell me, okay, as long as it's in this zone, more than likely it's going to come up. And then I would see this, then finally it broke its previous level, which is good. So now it's showing momentum. And then if you look at it from a bigger picture, you can see low, higher low, higher low. And now my alert goes off and I look and say, okay, I'm gonna enter the trade knowing based off of what has happened right here, that if it does go down, we should bounce here. But if we don't, we have a very, very strong chance of bouncing here. So I would know that, and I would make sure that my stop loss is somewhere down here, and I would actually have a second entry more than likely here, just in case. So, like, how easy is that setup? Versus, well, we have to wait for the money flow to start curving up, the VWAP to start curving up, but it can anytime it can curve down. So that's the thing. Like, whenever people are showing you how to use something, they only show the examples that work for the thing they're trying to show you. For example, oh, you only want to enter a coin when this and this happen. So what they do is they look, oh, here's this, and look what happened. Nice. But they don't show you other times where it was this and this, or, you know, the two things I'm referring to, and then it didn't play out. Sometimes they do, but usually they don't. So that's because all of this stuff can change. Well, that's Joe. That's why you go to the lower time frame. Okay. How low do you want to go? Because this can change too. This can go from down to going up to the green. But Joe, it's going to go green because the VWAP's here. Okay, well, what if the VWAP changes direction and goes down? And then comes further down when you thought it was going to go green. So all this stuff can change. And that's the thing that like gets me. Like, there's so many different combinations, and then the combination changes. You know, because the see right here, it just went down. Now it's going up. So anyway, so that's my issue with that. All right, so hopefully you like that thought process. Let's see here. Let's see here, going with the chats. Man, I do miss my monitor. I miss my monitor so much. But it's in hibernation mode, and I can't wake it up. Let's see. Market Cipher for the win. Let's see. EM says, if yes, do you mind to share your settings? Oh, so for this is the free version. So I showed you the name of it and how to find it. But do a screenshot or rewind the video for this. I think I'll leave everything the same. I take off the RSI though. So here's all this stuff. Everything's the same. Like, even though this is checked on the other one style, I have it unchecked. So everything's the same. You can screenshot this. I think. Oh, I didn't even know they had the diamonds. But everything is the same. I don't think I did anything different. But here I did take off some other things that are back here. So I took off the RSI, took off the stochastic K, stochastic D, took those off. And then that was it. Everything else is the same. And then I go to defaults and I go save as, and then I just saved it. I think I saved it. Anyway, those are my settings. Okay. Clay the Great says, LuxAlgo price action concepts is pretty helpful as well. Give you real-time data on the liquidity levels and the amounts of buys and sells. Yeah, I have LuxAlgo. But I mean, I do need to have it on my chart. I don't like having a lot of stuff on my chart because it looks very messy. Like, I have invite only, LuxAlgo, price action concepts. Take this off. So it shows me this. It shows me order blocks. It shows me fair value gaps, depending on the settings that I put, etc., etc. So I mean, I like it. It's really cool. But I mean, I can see that, you know, this is my resistance level. It's my top. Not only that, but, you know, if I wanted to create a little zone, I can do a little zone. So I mean, I can see all this stuff. The thing that I can't see is the amount. I'm not sure why the numbers aren't here. Oh, it's right here, I guess. Anyway. But no, I do like LuxAlgo. Let's see what else. Oh my gosh. Oh, I want my other screen back so bad. Let's see here. EM says, support, resistance, fair value gap, market cipher. It's all I use. Works like magic. Yeah. So, like for me, that's all I teach is support, resistance. Now, of course, for the fair value gaps, I do like the indicator for that. Granted, I can see them, but I do like the indicator for that because a fair value gap is an area of interest. And the market makers, they want the price to go to the area of interest. However, doesn't mean that it will go there all the time or now versus later. So I'll give you a heads up. But yes, I do like fair value gaps. Let's see here. See, Wu Manchu is nowhere near as good as Market Cipher. I know. I hear it. I gotta talk to Crypto Face, but I gotta get him in a good mood though, or get him when he's in a good mood. So, because I know everybody always asks him for stuff, but I'm gonna see if I could be one of his sponsored by him. We'll see. Maybe like a week or two ago, he goes, yeah, I sponsor smaller channels, it's not blah, blah. And it's like, oh, crap. Now all these small channels are going to reach out to me and blah, blah. So I started laughing. It's like, yeah, everybody's going to come at you now. But we'll see. Hopefully I can do it. I haven't asked him yet, though. So we'll see. See here. EM says, Clay is right. The free version of Market Cipher. About that. Yeah, it's not too good. Let's see here. How do you feel about, however you say that? I don't feel no kind of weight on it, but I do know that it might do well, more so, I guess. Let's see. Let's look at the chart. Nope. So this is what we were looking at right here. Price action was probably here. It would need to break this level in order for us to enter. So this level right here, and it just came down. Meme coins aren't doing so good right now. And when they do, it's very short-lived. So would I enter this coin? No. I would actually have to set an alert if I was going to enter it right about here. And one thing that I do is whenever I'm doing these entries, I'm not sure if y'all have noticed this, but I say it like all the time. It's past the break of the previous pivot. Price came down, price came up, it stopped, it came down. This is our pivot. So we want to have our alert above our pivot so that when the price action comes up again and breaks this level of resistance, we get alerted. So I mentioned that like a bunch of times. So give you a heads up. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Pay the Great says a basic strategy won't fail as long as you stick to the principles. Yes. So I'm not sure if you're referring to my basic strategies or the basic strategies on Market Cipher. That was not specified, but I'm going to say yes to both of those. Clay the Great says, gotta run. I'll see you on in the YouTube abyss. Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you, Clay the Great. Appreciate you, brother. See here. EM says, Joe, add any fair value gap indicator, two of the same to be precise, for intraday trading. Set them to 1 hour and 4 hour. I would hit you up on Telegram, but I don't use social media at all. Okay, that's fine. So fair value gaps, 4 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour. Okay, that's pretty good. Then Market Cipher will make more sense. Well, it depends because I'm trading on lower time frames. I don't know how it would make more sense. See, add any fair value gap indicator, two of the same to be precise, for intraday trading. Set them to the 1 hour and 4 hour. So set one fair value gap indicator to the 1 hour, another one to the 4 hour. I'll try it. See, Robbie says, I have over 1 billion in, however you say that. Should you hold? It depends. It depends on you. Of course, here on this channel, we never give financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Depends on where you bought it. Depends on how low you are. If you're down 10%, for me, if I was down 10%, I would sell. Just because there's a very high likelihood that the price will continue coming down due to the market that we're in. Now, would I sell if I'm down 30%? Depends on how much money it is. If it's like a couple grand that I'm losing, then I wouldn't sell. I would hold it. I'd hold it to zero. Me personally. But that's just me. If I believed in the coin, I just know it's a meme coin. And I know that, the creator, he's pretty big. If I believed in it, if I thought there was going to be a use case for it, I don't know if there is, but if there was going to be a use case for it, if people were going to get more adoption, then I would just hold it. It's unrealized loss until you sell, just like it's unrealized gain until you sell. So until you sell, you really didn't lose that money. You may see it on your exchange. Oh, you're down 30%, 40%. But let's say it comes down even more. Let's say it comes down even more. A whole bunch. And you really believe in this coin. And let's say you have $1,000 in it. And it dumps 70, 80%. Well, you didn't sell it, so it's not a loss. And let's say you really like this coin. You got your Christmas bonus or what have you, and you're going to put $500 into the coin down here. Now, you just dollar cost averaged a whole bunch. A whole bunch. You put 1,000 up here, and now it's way down here, 90% down. And you put $500. So now you dollar cost average. So as soon as it starts going up, you're in profit. Instead of having to wait all this time for you to break even, you're already in profit because of what you just did here. Now, when do you buy down here? Like, when do you know the bottom's the bottom? You never do. You don't know until it's too late. Because the only reason you know it's a bottom is because you created higher highs and higher lows for an extended period of time. Then it's like, oh, that's the bottom. However, all these YouTubers, I called the bottom. I called the bottom. Okay, sure. So give you a heads up. All right. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. Great stream. I do appreciate the engagement. I appreciate the questions. I hope this answered your question in reference, should you hold or should you sell? If you believe in it, me personally, like right now, my personal portfolio on my investments, not my trades, on my investments, I am down. Ooh-wee. I am down so much. However, that's in hindsight, because you might say, Joe, why would you invest in coins and the market's down 70%? Why would you do that? That's not even smart. And you're teaching people? Well, Bitcoin did an all-time high prior to the halving. Never happened before. So when we were entering our investment trades, who knows? This could have been the bottom. And then maybe go down, 20% and then take off. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So with us buying where we bought and investing where we invested, we would have been kicking ourselves, because again, we don't know what's going to happen until after the fact. Let's just say all these coins went up 250%, and you're waiting for it to go down because everybody's saying it's going to go down, but you wait and it's 250% more, and now you buy. Well, you're kicking yourself in the butt because you should have bought a long time ago, but you didn't because people were saying it was going to go down. Now, the same scenario here. When we started buying, we were buying these coins thinking that, yeah, sure, it'd come down maybe 20%, 30%. We just add to our entry. And then, of course, it's going to take off because everything's different right now. Not the case. Not the case. So we only do the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda syndrome in hindsight. Always. Right now, like I said, I'm down. I'm down in my investments. My team is down on the investments. But we're not selling. We're holding it long term because we know that it's unrealized loss right now. And next week, next month, whenever, we're going to be adding to our entries. So we're going to be dollar cost averaging. So it's going to take we're going to be in profit a lot sooner than just holding it and not doing anything with it. So that's what I got. All right, let's see here. Oh my gosh. Sam says, you're the man, Joe. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Ian says, cheers, brother. Bitcoin going to 53K. Yeah, so we talked about Bitcoin. And for Bitcoin, I do see it going, shoot, man, 41, 44, possible. So we'll see. But yeah, 53, that's, yeah. All right. So that's all I got, guys. I do thank you so much. It's been great. It's been fun. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And of course, don't feel like you always have to be in a trade. And if your trade goes the opposite way, there's nothing wrong with, just taking the loss. Nothing wrong with that. There's wins and there's losses. Of course, hopefully you're winning more than you're losing. And if you're not, don't worry. The time will get better. Of course, watch the channel every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't already, definitely smash the like. Let people know about the channel as well. I'm trying to help people not get bamboozled by certain people that only want positive feedback. Only want positive feedback. Should I do it? Maybe for another day. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. 3, 2, oh wait. 3, 2, 1. Bingo, bango. Bingo and a bango. All right, guys. Thank you. Let's go ahead and I forgot which one it was. Let's say this one. There it is. Uh-oh. Perfect example. This guy right here, he did a diss video and I use it. There's other YouTubers that you can't say anything slightly negative because they start crying and they ban you and they remove you from everything, which is ridiculous. Oh, my feelings. Oh, my feelings. Just face it, you a shade trader. Just face it, you a shade trader. Just face it, you a shade trader. Just face it. All right, guys, good stuff. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all, and we will see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.